Good evening, everybody. This is at Great Cowboys 1964, and beside me, of course, is Randall Slifer. We host The Last Word on college football every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And how was your day today, Randall?
Oh, it was not bad. Arkansas football didn't play, and Arkansas basketball is playing right now. So
Yeah,
it,
they're
it
playing up against Tom Izzo. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So in just regards to, I'm not quitting on football this year, but Arkansas football I am, and moving it to Arkansas basketball. How's your day?
My day was busy. I was at work all day, so but I watched my football games as I was working.
There you go.
Uh, that's just what we do here.
Yeah,
Um, the games yesterday.
yeah.
USC beat Northwestern 38-17. Houston beat UCF 30-27, but Tulane upset Memphis 38-32. What did you make of the Memphis Tigers loss?
Man, the issue that I have with Memphis is I've always talked about how Memphis plays a complete game.
Yeah,
And the first half, Tulane was just like throwing through them. The first half was incredible. They were
yeah.
explosive play and throwing after explosive play. So you're down 35-17, and then Memphis was unable to score 0 points in the third quarter, and that's kind of what settled it down when it came down to it. But now you got USF probably now the head probably gapped for out of the group five who's going.
I think USF is probably the team to go. North Texas could also be the other one that goes.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. But Memphis, who I picked last week, they're gone. They're
yeah.
gone. You
They were on
know.
fire, man.
And,
Retzlaff was tearing it up.
yeah,
He had a great game.
yeah, exactly right. And then, of course, earlier today, Texas Tech pounded BYU 29-7. This wasn't even a close game. Period. This was
Not
over in a quick hurry.
it could, to be honest, credit to BYU and their red zone defense. Because if
Yep,
you had turned two of those field goals into touchdowns, it would have been mega embarrassing.
yep, yep.
But I
Uh,
mean, I'm not like incredibly mad about it because I really like BYU's defense, but BYU's offense was never meant for college football playoffs.
no, no.
So now they won't make it to the college football playoffs.
Well,
Uh,
they could still
they
get to
could. You're right.
Big 12
You're right.
championship game, so that could put them in there, right? But
Fair.
again, they're going to face this Texas Tech team again, and I don't care. Texas Tech. I've said it all along. Their offense impresses me. Their defense impresses me. They are very, very good. Um, we saw the actual Penn State and Indy Lions show up today.
I know. How insane was that? That was one of those games, like one of those games that's kind of like a minor throwaway, even though they were at home. And I was very surprised for that second half. Their defense came to play for that second half. Their second half adjustments were impressive.
Yeah, and Mr. Signetti will not be a happy camper.
No, I mean, Mendoza was pretty inconsistent, but that offensive line did not hold up for
They
Mendoza in that
they
second half.
did but that Indiana defense holds them into this game, and they end up winning it. That Indiana defense, I don't care. Everybody talks about Mendoza and Hemby and all that charade on the offense. This group on their defense is just so solid.
They really are. And I mean, the front line's very good, and Aiden Fisher in the middle is doing a
Yeah,
lot of good things in that middle. So he's crucial. And then their DBs are really what shines in that defense. So the ability to match it with their linebacker playing front four is incredible.
yeah. SMU pounded Boston College 45-13. SMU only has one loss in the ACC.
I know. They're
Um,
SMU's hard to figure out in my
oh,
eyes.
yeah. 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 They definitely are. Georgia pounded Mississippi State 41-21. Oregon got
Whew.
the victory 18-16 at Iowa. This game was ugly, ugly, ugly football until the last two possessions. Each team
Right.
finally got the ball moving, right?
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
It
But
was
again,
bizarre.
you know, Oregon goes out and plays in the cold and the wet of Iowa, and they pull out a 2-point victory, 18-16. The Hurricanes pounded Fram Browns, Syracuse Orange, 38-10.
Yeah, that's just this year's not their year.
So you're really hoping that Jerry Jones writes that big check to Fram Brown. Isn't that what you're hoping for?
A culture changer from you went SEC over to the ACC in Syracuse, come back to the SEC and fix the Arkansas Razorbacks, Fram Brown. I'll say it every week until we're done with this show.
Yeah, exactly right. The Ohio State Buckeyes pounded Purdue 34-10. Texas A&M 38-17 over Missouri. UConn beat Duke 37-34.
That's impressive.
And of course, West Virginia pounded Colorado 29-20 as well.
UConn's got some dogs. UConn is a sneaky team.
They are. They are
well.
definitely sneaky.
Yeah.
Duke plays very well, right?
Right.
And in the games that are currently going on, let's see, what do we got?
We've got 0-0 LSU Alabama just started. I believe Vanderbilt just pulled out that overtime win.
I think they did, but I'm not.
I had it on and it just flipped to
45-38. Yep. They did beat Auburn. Auburn just keeps losing close games. And again, I feel bad for Hugh Freeze for getting fired after the replay call against them against Oklahoma, and especially that one against Georgia. Hugh Freeze deserved a better fate, but he's now losing history.
Credit to Ashton Daniels for stepping in and having a great game and bringing Vanderbilt to overtime. Kind of, to me, it's. I'm not taking away anything from Ashton Daniels' performance today, but I think it's more of an indictment on Vanderbilt and who they are when it comes to the college playoffs and things along those lines. They have a lot of holes that get plugged up by Diego Pavia and such.
And Diego was fantastic today.
He was.
He just lit up. He just lit up Auburn. I'm sorry, but the Wisconsin Badgers beat the Washington Huskies 13-10 as well.
Yeah, they had, if I'm not mistaken, Jonah Coleman went down, and Denzel Boston went down. Which, man, I especially in the NFL day and age where the kick rules have changed, and Denzel Boston returning punts and kicks. I love that about wide receivers and the ability to do that. But, man, he got hurt on a kick return, and that's just not okay. And somebody that's potentially top 50 player, it stinks to see him do it in special teams.
Yeah, exactly right. As well, Notre Dame is up 7-0 over Navy. They just marched down the field 94 yards that first drive. It was nothing to it, right?
How many runs? How many runs?
I don't recall how many runs there were. I just recall that today is the 50th anniversary of Rudy Rudiger playing against Georgia Tech. And I want to correct the movie, which is incorrect.
Go ahead.
The movie says Dan Devine did not want Rudy Rudiger to play.
Mm-hmm.
He did want Rudiger to play. So don't buy that BS in the movie. Dan Devine has been under the everybody's gun for years, and it's just like, no, he wanted him to play. But yeah, that was 50 years ago today, and of course he ended up being carried off the field, which was the first time ever for a Notre Dame player. But again, it was a very interesting day today.
Yeah, it was. Some obvious wins, some nitty gritty wins that they kind of had to pull out. And it is interesting. Like Mississippi State didn't come. They started out pretty well. I really thought they were coming to play, but Georgia kind of manhandled them. And I still think that there's a lot of things wrong with Georgia, so I don't like the 5 spot that they kind of put them in. I think it's a little ahead of it, in my personal opinion. I
agree, because that Georgia defense is just not as solid as they have been in the past.
Right.
And I don't think their offense is all that great either.
I agree. Agreed. I'm not a Stockton guy. I think that Florida game tells a better story of Georgia and
Georgia.
yeah, on how they're flawed and how they can lose pretty easily.
Yeah. And if they face the Crimson Tide again in the SEC championship, I got to say it's Roll Tide time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Ty Simpson
unfortunately,
will.
I don't want to say that ever, but I
I
agree.
know. I know.
Georgia ain't better. Georgia ain't better. Let's be real.
Alabama versus Georgia again.
Right.
Oh, that could be
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah, and then you had the Texas A&M game because Bo wasn't in there, and their backup is not great at all. He didn't have a good game, which is unfortunate. They rushed for over 200 yards, but when you only have a running game, you score 17 points, while the
That's
other
right.
team scores 37.
Yep. Um, I was very, very surprised to see the Buckeyes earlier today. They did not look like a number one team to me at times.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of popped in and out. It was interesting. It's kind of I wonder because Purdue being relatively close in that regard, just didn't really take them. It seemed like they were not playing with the energy that they had, so maybe they were playing down to their
Yeah.
opponent. Is what I kind of when I flipped through, they were doing that. Which I mean, it is what it is. Sane had a good game, but not where he really was and stuff like that. I don't know. I kind of do it as a one-off, like
Yeah.
kids play down to the opponent, adults play down to the opponent at times.
Yeah. Exactly right. Exactly right. Who was your star of the day?
Let's see. My star of the day, which it was rough. Was it hard finding your star of the day, or was it easy for you?
It was hard.
It was hard. I am going to, even though I know that it was a wash of a game, and it didn't care. And I don't think I have given it to him yet, so I'm glad I didn't. But I think I'm going to give it to Trinidad Chambliss. And the reason why I'm going to give it to Trinidad Chambliss is it has not really had a complete passing game. And this might be his ticket if Ole Miss is going to try and make a playoff run, his confidence booster. Because he didn't just have a good game. He went 29 for 33, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I think the efficiency in his passing was impressive. And I think that gives him the ability to have the confidence through the rest of the season to know that he can pass and win a game.
Yeah. I'm actually going to last night's game, and I'm going to give it to the Tulane quarterback, Jeff
Nice.
Retzlaff.
That was my runner-up.
Was he? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, 332 yards passing, 3 TDs, a 151.72 quarterback rating. That's who and he had another touchdown on the ground with 43 yards rushing as well. So, and you got to give Tulane credit because they go and play a tough opponent every year, and they give them a game. This time they got the victory. So,
man, I agree. And this is the last time I'll talk about Arkansas football, but I know the number one coach for like Vegas betting is Silverfield from Memphis coming over to Arkansas, which I would be okay with that. But I would love Summerall if he would get out of Tulane, to be honest with you. He's a fantastic coach, can scout quarterbacks well. Would love that. He's a great coach.
Yeah, they didn't win huge though, Julio. It was it's an important victory for the Oregon Ducks, but 18-16 is not a huge victory. I got to give credit to the Iowa defense. They just they held Oregon down all day. For
sure. And man, Oregon just does not play in bad weather well. And Dante Moore is very inconsistent when the weather is not great. And that is concerning because you have a 2-game case this season. And whether or not he declares or he stays for another year, that is something to monitor when it comes down to it. Because he's got power in his throw, but it's above average, it's not elite. He doesn't have the strongest arm. So that plays into factor, and I'd be curious to kind of keep following up on that for Dante Moore.
Yeah. I don't think he comes out.
I don't think he does either. I think he should stay.
Yeah, I think he needs to stay for another year. Virginia's up 6-0 on Wake Forest.
Florida's up 7-3 on Kentucky.
Yeah.
Clemson's beat Florida State 15-0. Even though, I mean, that's kind of like almost the unfortunate, like that was supposed to be a huge game, right? That would have been an awesome game
Yeah.
in the preseason standings. And now it's basically they're kind of in the same boat.
Really, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where we're at with these two teams, right? Who cares?
100%. Yeah. Looking at prospects when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 18-0 for Clemson.
Yeah, which is kind of wild.
California and Louisville, 10-10 tie. Louisville's got the ball at the Cal 31 with 3:29 left in the second quarter.
Jaron Cruz already 11 for 17, 144 and a touchdown. Man, he's a dog. I love him so much. 2027 quarterback class is going to be nuts. The 2028 class is going to be nuts. We're just in like a 2-year lull a little bit.
I believe we are. Yes.
Yeah.
But again, when it comes to the NFL draft, as we all know, well, this guy's going to go in the first round. He's going to go first overall, and he's going to be the next big superstar. Really?
Yeah. Way to code Arch Manning right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Arch Manning, the Longhorns and the Sooners are the first two teams out of the playoff. I don't have Texas anywhere near going to a playoff.
Yeah, no. Me neither.
Totally ridiculous to me.
I feel like it's scouting the jersey, you know?
Yeah. And the CFP playoff committee, when they released their 12 teams this past week, the ACC was ignored, basically. Is that because there's too many teams with just the one loss?
It must be. It's very, I feel like also with the ACC has a lot of parity going on right now, and they're very hard to kind of figure out. So the committee's just not doing a good job. I'm not giving the committee any breaks in whatsoever. They're just not doing a good job at analyzing the ACC. So then they're just putting the top ACC guy and then leaving the rest out because Georgia Tech's playing great football. Virginia's okay. They're a little shaky on there and stuff, but it's hard to analyze. But I do believe that more ACC teams should be in, and they will be because Memphis will be out, BYU will be out, so on and so forth.
But again, the ACC is still only going to get one team to go in, according to the experts this morning.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absurd.
I
don't get it.
They've got 4 SEC teams and 3 Big Ten teams.
Right.
Okay, so that's 7 of them. 1 ACC team is 8. Notre Dame is 9. Right. Your group of 5 winner is 10. So those other 2 schools who are going to get in, I don't understand why the ACC doesn't have at least two teams going in.
I agree. Because you're looking at, let's see. Yeah, because I mean, Big 12, Texas Tech goes down BYU. Absolutely not. Cincinnati, to me, no.
No.
Houston will get another loss. Utah, I mean, I like Utah's defense, but again, their offense is stagnant. Arizona State already has 3 losses. They're kind of in shambles as well. So you don't take anybody from the Big 12. I don't see why not the ACC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see what happens this Tuesday night with the rankings. Maybe things shake out a little bit differently, but I was just stunned. I mean, because right now they're just saying it's Virginia. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's the way things go in this world, right? And again, Texas and Oklahoma, neither one of those 2 teams are playoff caliber, in my opinion. To be the 2 who are out.
No, I agree. Oklahoma's defense kind of carries them, and they've been a little bit lackluster lately. And then Mateer is just kind of fallen off after that injury, which I feel bad. And he should stay for another year, but he definitely a little bit of a fall off for Mateer, and they're just not a complete team anymore. Like they were, weeks 1 through 5.
Yeah,
they were dynamite.
And the NFL scouts who have been asked about the quarterbacks, Well, the top 3 guys who were at the beginning of the year are no longer on the list.
Yeah.
Jeez. Isn't that funny?
Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Fernando Mendoza was named by 13 teams. Dante Moore was named by 6.
Yeah.
McTier was 1. Lenore Sellers is 1. I don't remember who
Right.
the other 2 guys were, but anyhow, Fernando Mendoza, as we've already told you guys months ago,
Mm-hmm.
was easily the best quarterback in this draft class. There's just no doubt about that in my mind.
Absolutely. I mean, he's shown a lot more this year, but he showed it at Cal last year as well. So
Yeah.
he's doing it 2 years. This is his second year starting and doing it well at Cal and Indiana. So yeah, so he is definitely number 1, and then Ty Simpson at number 2. Then it gets
Oh,
thin.
that's who it was. Ty Simpson. He had 3 guys. Sorry, Ty Simpson had
Yeah,
3 scouts who named him. But again, NFL Draft Central is going to be fun. As always.
I can't wait.
Yeah, when we do the quarterback show, I'm just going to be okay. Yeah, whatever. There are none of these guys who are going to be NFL superstars, but every media outlet will be hyping these guys up like you wouldn't believe that they're going to be
100.
great.
Yes, because they got it, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, that's just the silliness of the sports media landscape these days. Just like the preseason polls had everybody messed up this year as well.
100%. Yep.
That's just the way the world goes these days. It's unfortunate, but hey, let's just see here. Oh, so Florida's now up 7-3 on Kentucky.
Louisville got a field goal on Cal.
The Navy's about to score a touchdown against Notre Dame, by the way. They should. They should.
Does your score say 7-0 right now?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It is tied. Okay. I got it tied. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't talk about Army. What about Army?
No, I don't want to talk about the Army.
Yeah, they won today. Every week you
14-13 against Temple. Yeah.
Wins a wins, Bill.
The Army and the Navy has their birthday on October the 15th.
Yeah.
Monday, November the 10th is my Marine Corps' birthday. So, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for right and freedom and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Our flags unfurled to every breeze from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow off far off northern lands and in sunny tropic scenes, you will always find us on the job, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and Navy ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines. Hoorah!
Hoorah.
So there you have it. See, they got songs. I have a hymn.
Yeah. Touched the nerve with the Army 14-13 score.
Yeah. And playing Navy tonight for Notre Dame. I mean, that just
right. Yeah, I got you.
But the Navy is our most played opponent. They saved us during World War II and all that good sort of stuff. So yeah, okay, that's all fine and dandy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out Julian Lewis for the freshman for Colorado. He came in and had a good game against West Virginia. And I know that Colorado is just bugging right now, but Julian Lewis as a freshman coming in doing 302 touchdowns is impressive.
But he's going to lose his red shirt. He's going to lose his red shirt status now.
Right. Yep. He's going to lose the red shirt status.
So is that smart by Dion?
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah.
Overall, thinking it, you just live for another year sort of thing because their season's done.
His season was done when this week before this week started. Their season was done.
Week 4, week 3, when they took out Cade Salter. Yeah.
So now he loses a redshirt freshman for next year. Whatever, Dion. You
Right.
know, you do you. You know, that's the bottom line of all of that one.
Another group of quarterbacks that I was a little bit higher on earlier that was Iowa State TCU, 20-17 on that one.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
Rocco Beck did not look good. Hoover's not looked great, but he's looked better than Rocco. But man, those quarterbacks I thought had good promise this year. Carson Hansen and Sama are good running backs.
Yeah, yeah. But again, you know, I mean, when these seasons play, this is why I don't rank guys in summer scouting.
Oh no.
You know, because summer scouting, both Beck and Hoover would have been higher on my rankings.
Right.
Right. Same with you. I mean, they would have been.
Yeah.
But what have they done this year? Not much.
No.
You know?
Yeah, I'm glad I don't rank in the summer. It drive me nuts.
Oh, but
yeah,
it would drive me off the deep end as well. I mean,
right.
I watched 515 guys this summer, which is the most I've ever watched. 550.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't need to rank these guys.
Yeah. Good point. I got to like 300, so that is impressive.
Yeah, yeah. It was basically, and I stopped at 515. I mean, I could have carried on with others, but
yeah,
I didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's only 256 draft picks, so you know,
that's correct. Yeah,
I believe I'm close to double that. So
hey,
I think I might.
UDFA's make it. I love
Absolutely.
UDFAs. Yeah,
Absolutely. You know, I mean, UDFAs are where we get our kick when we do our Draft Central recap show.
100%.
And we talk about the UDFAs. 9 times out of 10, they come from a HBCU, of course, because, of course, the NFL does not like to draft HBCU kids, you morons.
Yep.
But again, that's just the way the cookie crumbles for them. Love and Price are the only 2 FBS running backs with over 800 yards each total carries. Total.
As like a duo or legitimately everybody as a duo?
As a duo. They're the only two. They're the only team in the FBS. So Singleton and Katron Allen were supposed to be right there with them.
Right. Not even close.
Not even close. Nowhere near this year.
Yeah, Katron Allen has looked slower than last year, which I did not expect because I mean he wasn't fast last year. Looks a little bit slower. Singleton had a great game today, but that's few and far between this year, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it is a bit bizarre. So again, you know, these are things that we talked about in the summer scouting that we did that this season has shown it's not going to happen.
No, I mean, with the way it's laid out and with Nil, everything's got so much parity and you don't know kids' mentality when it comes to that. You know, you look at Kentucky's quarterback looking like a fool on whatever live stream he did and things along those lines. It's just like,
yeah,
man, the landscape of college is so insane where the one thing that you don't have when you're watching kids is the real interviews, the real quizzing when they're in the war room and they're asking, you know, put up a play like this. That's what we don't see. And it's almost more important now than ever because these kids are forced to grow up so fast.
But again, I go back to the NFL draft. Scouts who don't find out stuff, like Mozzie Smith, who said, "I only like to hit people. I don't care about football." Yeah. Oh, thank God you're gone to New Jersey. Thank you. Oh my Lord!
Hey, it took you guys a long time to get him out of there.
That was a Will McClay staff who is usually very good at finding this stuff out.
Yeah.
How they did not find that out is beyond me. Notre Dame's now up. Mr. Price just scored a touchdown.
Nice.
2 yards. Yeah.
We got a little barn burner in the Raging Cajuns in Texas State, 39-42.
39-42. Yeah. 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 Ole Miss beat up the Citadel, by the way. That they 49.
They did. For
That
sure.
I just hate those games at this time of the year.
Bizarre. I
yeah.
agree.
You know.
Why even play him?
Yeah. Yeah. So now Notre Dame's up 14-7. I really do prefer the night crew that the Notre Dame Irish use for on NBC. Todd Blackledge and Ian Eagle are much better than the other guy that used to be the head coach of the Cowboys in the daytime. I can't stomach that man.
You can't? No?
No, I don't. I want Notre Dame to play all night games. That's it.
I don't know. He cracks me up.
He doesn't crack me up at all. It gets me angry. It's almost as angry as I got when they had Doug Flutie doing those games. What?
Oh yeah, that was bad. I'll give you that one.
No. I mean, my goodness, where's Tim Brown or somebody who went to Notre Dame? You know?
Right. Fair.
It's always driven me a little nuts with the way that NBC covers them.
Yeah.
Even though, yes, it brings in big money for Notre Dame because, I mean, they are the network. Okay.
Yeah, right.
But again, Notre Dame needs to have somebody who is a fighting Irish man cover these games. Bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Not getting any slack on this side. Not wrong.
Yep. Okay. So
what's next? What's next week's slate? What do we got next week?
Well, next week we get. Let's see, who do we get? It's now 18-6, Clemson, Florida State.
Texas, Georgia. Sorry.
Louisville's up 13-10 on Cal right now. And yes, next week we do get Arch Manning playing the Georgia Bulldogs. South Carolina travels to Texas A&M.
Oklahoma,
Bama, which could be a nasty game for Mr. Simpson if the Oklahoma Sooners defense plays the way they're capable of.
That's correct. That would be an interesting game. Let's see. Iowa, USC.
Yeah, Iowa, USC. Notre Dame travels to Pittsburgh.
Michigan Northwestern could be an interesting one.
Maybe. Wisconsin goes to Bloomington to get their rear ends kicked by the Hoosiers.
Yep.
Arkansas travels to LSU next weekend. What a big highlight that would be for you.
Do you know how annoying it would be if they pulled that one out? Like,
that would be painful. That would be painful.
It is certainly possible with what LSU is right now as well, because they're obviously in a dumpster fire as well. So, man, just if they end up beating them, I would just be sewing. It's just an unnecessary win. Petrino would get talked about again, which should not happen.
That would be horrible.
Yeah,
absolutely horrible. Georgia Tech plays Boston College. Texas Tech will be home to UCF. Virginia travels to Duke. That could be an interesting game.
That is an interesting game for sure.
Let's see. Florida goes to Ole Miss. UCLA goes out to Columbus to get their tails kicked.
Correct.
That'll be ugly.
Maryland, Illinois is not a bad matchup.
Yeah. No, next week has some pretty decent games in it.
Yeah. A lot of early ones. Oh, well, I guess Iowa USC is going to be TBA. They'll probably flex that out. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Texas, Georgia, 6:30. Oklahoma, Bama, 2:30.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Notre Dame's linebackers all played this Navy defense last year, and they are showing that they understand how to play this Navy offense.
Right. Yeah.
They just pound. And the defensive line, of course, is bigger than the offensive line
Yeah.
for midshipmen. And these guys are going to get exhausted. They're going to get exhausted. Again, I mean, yeah, when it comes to the Navy versus Army, I'm always going to support Navy, but tonight, you deserve to lose. That's it. You know.
Got Wake Forest up on Virginia.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah, start of the half. Start of the second half. LSU Alabama game has probably just been a game up middle of the field action. Only 3-3 punts, and Bama at the 28-yard line now.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not watching that one.
Yeah.
So let's just see here. That's about it for the games today here, folks. So give us your star again for the day.
Trinidad Chambliss, his first game where I think he builds. Obviously, you are right. These games at the end of the year where it's against Citadel, stupid. But 29 for 33, super efficient in his passing. Probably gives him that confidence heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly right. And my star of the day, of course, the Tulane quarterback, Jake Retzlaff. He was 16 and 23, 332 yards, 3 TDs. He scored another on the ground. Yeah, he showed out last night. I had a hard time picking anybody else today. I really did.
I know. That's why I went with somebody who played Citadel. But yeah, I mean, yours is a good one. He was my runner-up. Retzlaff, I mean, he was damn near perfect in the first half. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Okay, so who do you have? It's now 14-7 in that game for Notre Dame. Who are your top 5 teams? Give us your top
5 teams. So Ohio State, Indiana. I gotta see. Ohio State, Indiana. 3. Who's 3? Who's the obvious 3 that I can't think of right now? Let me get it. I gotta pull up
the guys with the 4 and 5 stars every year. You know, they play at College Station. Elko is their head coach. Do you need more help?
No, I'm not paying attention to you right now.
Oh, Texas A&M is the third team because they're also unbeaten.
A&M. That's correct. Okay, so Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. I do love it, and I'm right about Texas A&M, as we talked about last week, that they deserve to be up there. Alabama 4 is fine, depending on how this game ends up. Number 5. I think I'm going to give it to Texas Tech. I think the way Texas Tech handled BYU was impressive on their defensive stat. And not only like that game, Texas Tech BYU, they played defense the right way. It wasn't hey, we're better than, we know your offense is bad. We're just going to trounce you. They played defense the right way. They knew the game plan on how to beat BYU offense, even though their offense isn't great. But stayed on the script and played it very well and made them look pretty silly.
Pretty silly indeed. Indeed.
So Texas Tech number 5.
There is no bowl game for Dion this year either. Yes. That breaks my heart. It really does. Yeah. And everybody always questions my dislike of Deion Sanders, and I'm sorry. The guy did not like to tackle people.
Yeah.
And he was not the savior of the Dallas Cowboys like everybody says he was in 1995. Do you guys remember who the Super Bowl MVP was that year? Larry Brown, the other corner. Hello.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, how did that work out? Huh.
Fair point.
Well, again,
Was your top five the same?
my top 5 is
Yeah.
identical to yours. Yeah,
Okay,
we got
cool.
the same top 5. Texas Tech jumps up to number 5 on my
Yep.
list. I'd love to see the Red Raiders go up against the Aggies. I would love that.
Yes. That would be such a good game. I agree.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yep. Man. Yeah. They got to make that happen.
That would be a big time party.
Defense, man. Defense on defense.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Defense on defense with like similar, not like similar style, but like similar talented quarterbacks. When it like Marcel Reed and Morton are kind of right there. So, man, that would be great. That'd be the matchup that I want to see for sure.
Yeah. And then I have the Bulldogs
At 6.
at 6. Yeah.
I'm gonna put Ole Miss at 6. I'm gonna put Bulldogs at 7.
Yeah.
I'll put Oregon at.
Actually, yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I'm going to put Ole Miss at 6 and the Bulldogs at 7. Number 8 would be Oregon.
9 for me would be Notre Dame. Now would be Notre Dame. Last but not least, I don't know. I got to see how these games play.
Yeah.
I guess. Oklahoma? I think I need to put Oklahoma above Texas.
I have Oklahoma above Texas. Right. I'm sorry.
For sure.
And Texas goes out this week because Georgia's going to beat them. They're gone. Texas is gone.
Yeah, I don't see how Texas would pull out that win unless Texas's offensive line decides to have the game of the year, right? If Texas's offensive line has the game of the year, then it might be a conversation. But I don't see that happening against Georgia.
No. Oh, the Navy just got called for pass interference on a deep pass. It'll be first and goal for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
And that's where they start putting it away.
Well, actually, that's only a 15-yard penalty, though. I don't like that in the college game. You should be learning in the college game to suffer the same way as a pro does. When you commit pass interference, it should be at the spot of the foul.
I kind of agree, especially because of that transition to the NFL. And I get it for the NFL, and I understand like college, no kids trying to do that, but it's got to be sitting in their head at sometimes to take that 15-yarder. So, especially even like when you're close, like what it just happened, DPI there on Jeremy Bernard, and LSU guy just took him down, especially because they're at the 12-yard line, so it's half the distance to the goal, right? 6 yards.
Yep. So again, the college game, of course, I mean, okay, that catch today by Mr. Cooper in the Indiana game was unreal.
His head was almost at the post.
Yeah. But he got the back foot down. Whoa.
It was almost like similar to the remember the Marvin Harrison Jr. sideline catch that he had where he got crazy vertical and he tried to put his left foot down, but noticed he was going out and switched his right. Like it was kind of similar.
Yeah.
But Omar Cooper Jr.'s was with 25 seconds left in the game down. And man, Mendoza, I know that Omar Cooper Jr. has a lot of athletic ability and they know that, like basketball background and things like that. But man, Mendoza threw that high and Omar went and got that. That was incredible. I have a 3rd round grade on him. That catch might put him in the 2nd round for me.
Yeah, well, I still think Elijah Surratt is the most NFL ready wide receiver in this country, though. He is
100%.
NFL ready.
Yep, I agree. Me and you are lockstep with that, and I don't see it changing throughout up until April, to be honest. He's just so crisp. He knows how to – he's like I'm not saying he runs routes like Cooper Kupp, but Cooper Kupp sneakily separated all the time because he was so technical in his route running, and he always knew what to do and gain his leverage at every second, and that's what I see in Elijah Surratt.
Bingo. Which reminded me of Emeka Egbuka Jr. last year. I'm sorry.
Bingo.
He was my number 1 guy coming to the NFL this year. Bottom line. You know. It's tough. It's tough getting these things right. It really,
Yeah, yeah.
ah,
I
yeah,
guess so, Greg. I guess
yeah,
so. It's
yeah.
a good thing our boards align pretty much all the time. Means
Our
I'm doing
boards,
something right.
our boards do align. This is the
Yeah.
scary thing is that our boards are always we're one or two spots out of these guys. It's like
Hmm.
really, okay,
Yeah.
like
I mean, we
I
were
said,
very correct about Jamari Caldwell.
yeah, bingo,
Yep.
bingo,
Yeah. So we're not
and
just getting first rounders right. That
no,
was
no,
that was a deep in the bag.
that was a deep in the bag guy who played for the Oregon Ducks last year, was a superb defensive tackle. And oh, is he ever playing a very good branded defensive tackle as a rookie in the NFL? Oh,
Straight up.
yeah.
Yep.
That's because we understand how to scout these players. There you are. You know, it drives me off the deep end because the clowns at the big networks who were showing they don't even talk about a guy like Caldwell.
I know.
Yet we knew who he was, what he was going to be, et cetera, et cetera. That's how you scout,
100%.
you know. So again, the last word will be back next weekend at 8 Eastern Standard Time. And we hope everybody had a good time tonight. You all take care, and we'll see you all next week.